But sometimes questions will come because I put this thing in shared. I want to share information with others, and sometimes we can do things the other way if we don't have all the things that we need. Okay, like I always tell people, um, keep everything in mind so that whatever happens, whatever opportunity that comes, then you can grab it because you have the information you know. So if you know someone in Canada, there is a stress-free, you know what I mean, a stress-free. For instance, I've seen people struggle with keeping up with this finance POF. It is not easy to make the money up, and it is not easy to go the process of keeping it, the way the embassies want it to be. It is not always that easy. And secondly, preparing to relocate is an emotional thing for us because of our history. It is not easy leaving loved ones behind. And again, sometimes you don't get, the envisaged return of investment, and you struggle to cope up mentally and fiscally. Yes. If you relocate abroad without proper information, things might go wrong. Yes, there are people in abroad that struggle. Things will go wrong, and you never can tell how it will affect you. Sometimes we don't know the extent we can carry things. So it is better to have an open mind and have information that you need so that you can make life easy for yourself and for anybody that will get the consequences of anything that might happen to you. So why am I explaining this? I'm explaining this because I do consultations and I see where the pains and the struggle are. So I start to think of ways to cushion the effects of that. So that's why we are here. Please, if you're joining us, can you just subscribe, please? And can you just click the thumbs up so that the YouTube will know that we are live. This is a quick video because today started around 4 p.m. because yesterday was so hectic. But I tried to finish some meetings and we are here again. So today, I don't know how far I will go because I have some stress due to yesterday. So I stood on my feet like 9 hours. Then I came back, I did consultation, then I did a lot of things. So it is not easy for me. So if you are joining us here and it's late, I'm so sorry. We could have done these things at 4 or 5 o'clock, around 6ish, the time I normally do it. But I'm so sorry today. So as I was saying, if you know somebody in Canada, because my video I shared has generated a lot of questions, but I will address the three that people call, people are not asking because you need to start knowing what to do and start doing it and start grabbing the opportunity that might come your way. One, when we say family sponsorship, we don't mean that the person must be your blood. No, no. Anybody can be family, except the bone of contention here. The person abroad needs to accept that you are the family. So anybody can be family and anybody can be relative and so on and so forth. So this visa is family sponsorship visa or family reunification, and each country might call it what they want. Now, how do you proceed? If you have friends, because we have had success, so if you you have to go and watch the main video to get the picture of everything that you need. It's shared there, the links, everything that you need is in that main video I dropped today. So, but here, the three questions I want to I want to tackle is because of this. One, it is you must not relate by blood to become family. One, that's gone. And number two, your reason needs to be concrete. Like I've said a lot in the main video. So if you are telling somebody that you need to be with your family member, the reason needs to be concrete and you need to prove it. So how do you prove it? For the for the universal one, or for the common one, common reason people use is that there are crises where they are, especially if you live in Jos. There's crisis where you are. Your village has been sacked, by, so you can tell the embassy, Canada embassy, that you want to go and meet your family member that is remaining, distant family member. Someone asked, would they do tests? Nobody will do tests. So the final question is this: do you need to prove whether you have money? No, you are running away from crisis. You don't have time for, if you are putting crisis, if you don't have time for that, nobody will ask you proof of funds. There's no any proof of funds. But I will tell you who now have to prove something financially. Is the person in Canada. And the person will not, it's not like let the person, because obviously when you live abroad and you work, you pay tax. The government already know how much you earn. Like the British government know how much I earn today. So if they want to find out about my finances, it's not a problem like the one they tell you in Africa to go to the bank and get. No, if you have someone in Canada that is working, that can give you three things. It's only three things that is required: shelter, food, clothing. If you go to the website I shared, it's IRCC immigration refugee and something something. That's IRCC. That's the website you get all the information I'm just giving you. You can go there and Google it by yourself. But to understand it in the way you need to do it, you need to go and watch the video I shared today. So to understand it, one, I don't want you to use crisis. You can use bereavement, and you can, because crisis is being frogged. Everybody is using crisis. And depending on the addresses you're giving, because they know where Jos is and they know where your state is. These people are not dumb. They even know Nigeria more than you. Or they know Canada, they know Ghana, Sierra Leone, they know Africa more than you. I'm being honest. They study, they know more than you that is an African. So if you're saying you are from Jos, your address needs to be matching, everything needs to be matching. Can you prove it? Can you do it? So it depends on you. And if you think you can prove it, then that's fine. But I know that using bereavement is a concrete reason. Then using as family unification is, maybe the person in Canada has stayed there more than 10 years. It is your right to go and be with them because they have stayed years without you seeing them. So you can use that one. And it depends on the reason the person is ready to prove, if you are saying, if the person is saying that they have stayed 10 years in Canada, he cannot lie, he or she cannot lie, because Canada knows who goes out and who comes into their country. And the final one is that the person must have PR. The person must not be a student. That's another question somebody asked me, that her friend that is a student wanted to help him. I said, no, the person cannot help you. Because as a student, you don't have PR, except you have PR. maybe you've graduated and you have PR or you have become a citizen, but as like you are studying now, you can't do that for anybody, and that person cannot do it for you. So the person needs to be someone earning income that can provide shelter, food, and clothing. So if they can provide these three things for an adult, then there's no problem. Then you are not required any POF. Yeah, there's nothing is required of you, because you are going to unite with a family that will provide shelter, food, and clothing. So you are not, no admission, no POF, no work. Nah, nah. This is the easiest way to go to Canada when you are struggling with money and you have someone there. If you have question, you can ask question. And please, can you just click the thumbs up? It's only one person clicking the thumbs up. It's not fair. And can you just subscribe if you are joining us? We are talking about how to move to Canada in 30 days without study admission, or without POF, and without getting job. So what I mean by this is someone in Canada that becomes your family member can actually help you make it a success if they want to help you. And they must be citizen, and they must have PR or have PR. It's not necessarily a citizen. If they have PR, then that's okay. So thank you so much. If you have question, you can ask your question. And if you are joining us, can you just subscribe? Can you give us a thumbs up? And I wish you luck and I wish you success. And may God bless you. So I'll be ending this video here because I don't want it to be long, because no question is coming. Maybe people are sleeping. So when you wake up, ask your question, and the link to the main video is in the description, and the link to WTP where you can ask a personal question that you don't want to ask here is in the description box. And thank you so much for staying with me till this time, and I will see you in the next video. Remember, remember to subscribe, and remember to give us a thumbs up, and remember to come to WTP and ask your question. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Bye bye. And if you are in the group and you are part of the tech training today, I'll be adding people that have paid to the group. Thank you so much.